Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to now call this Kiwanis Connect show to order. Thank you for watching us, making us part of your Friday. Don't be superstitious. It is Friday, December 13th. We're not superstitious. We're still here on the air. My good friend, Governor Val, look at this. I did it right this time. To my right, your left on screen, all the way in Cali. I'm holding down the fort here in Virginia Beach. How are you doing this week, my friend?
You know, I am awesome. And I'm actually looking at this as Lucky 13.
Yes.
And so I sent Andy out to go buy his lottery tickets
Uh-oh.
because I said, we're always losers. So why not on the 13th actually be a winner?
Role reversal, a little reverse psychology today,
Yeah.
perhaps. I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. He will be back in tune for bad dad jokes later, yeah?
He's going to be on the road. And so he already knows that he is logging in. He'll pull over and listen to you.
Okay.
Absolutely. He
Bad
loves your
dad
jokes.
jokes. I live for giving I live for just doing these for Andy, by the way. This week's version, though, little combination of some Christmas and some Hanukkah bad dad jokes. So we'll see how they fly later on. Of course, we'll have Val's wow moments and mental health thoughts for the week. Of course, we want to thank everybody for watching us on the Kiwanis Connect Show Facebook page. Of course, as always, you have the WWDBTV Las Vegas Facebook page. Now, if you like YouTube, that's okay. We're an equal opportunity streaming service here. You can check us out on the Kiwanis Connects page there or the WWDBTV YouTube channel as well. And in a couple of days, if you have Roku streaming service, just download the WWDBTV channel to Roku. Not only pull up the Kiwanis Connect shows, but all the plethora of options, the plethora options that you have under the WWDBTV banner of shows that you can watch at your leisure. And of course, message us, chat with us in the chat room on Facebook or YouTube. If you're on YouTube, John can pop them in the screen for us to see. We can chat with you. Let us know where you're watching. We have a fully packed show, but first and foremost, before we get into explaining who's here, of course, if anybody watches our posts, they saw mine from yesterday, yours from today, then people already sort of know what our game plan is today. I got your picture this morning. Good morning, Mr. Larson. I got your picture this morning of you having dinner last night with two of my favorite Chesapeake Kiwanis people out there in Cali.
Yes, you did. Doreen and Steve and I had the best time ever. We talked about you. We talked about all the amazing things that are happening because most people don't realize that Doreen and Steve were members of my Marina Kiwanis Club.
Right.
And so when it was heartbreaking when they left because they're pillars in our Kiwanis Club. But we talked about all the service that we do, and it doesn't matter what size club, because I know the Chesapeake Club is kind of huge.
We have, I want to say we have about 50 on the books, I think.
Wow.
And a good majority of them are active, which is nice.
And for our club, we have 24 on the books, but we have about 12 that are really active. Mm-hmm. The rest like to hang out, and I think it's eating that brings them in. But we do the same number of service projects as we used to do when we were 68. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the trend across the Kiwanis world and the service world. We may be shrinking sometimes, but we're still doing all the amazing things that are necessary in the community. And so going down memory lane with Steve and Doreen was fabulous. And so I'm not sure. Maybe we should send a picture in and pop it up. And wave it.
Wave at them?
Yes, and wave at them. It's like, but I think the one thing about Kiwanis that's absolutely amazing is you can travel anywhere in the world and you're going to find a Kiwanis club. And so if you know what time the meeting is, you go on Kiwanis.org and you find a meeting in that location, just go. You're going to meet your new friends, probably new Ohana, and it's so much fun. So much fun.
I'm so glad you said that, and I'm going to just share this anecdote, and then we'll switch gears, letting everybody know what we've got going on today. So I found out a little something extended yesterday at an unfortunate circumstance. Yesterday was the funeral service for Richard Pippin out here, former international trustee for the Capital District. So when I was planning on moving out here, you know this, I spoke with Gary Graham, whose roots are from the Capital District, even though he lives in New Orleans. And I started talking with him. I said, Gary, can you help with some direction with Kiwanis clubs in the Virginia Beach area? So little time went by, and I didn't hear from Gary, so I messaged him back, and I said, Gary, what do you have for me? So he says, okay. He says, I want you to reach out to Richard Pippen from the Chesapeake Club, former, Kiwanis International trustee, and Joe Flanagan at the Virginia Beach Club. Those are going to be the two things. Okay. So went about my business, and as everybody knows, now I'm a member of both Chesapeake and Virginia Beach, courtesy of Richard Pippen and Joe Flanagan. Yesterday, during Dennis, our friend Dennis Baugh came out for the funeral for Pippen yesterday. And
wow, hi Dennis. Okay.
He and I were chatting, and I explained. I said, my wife and I only know Richard for 6 months. Tomorrow will be 6 months when I pulled into my driveway here at Virginia Beach, and Pippen was very important for us to get settled here because he was the very first person well, make a long story short, Gary Graham called Dennis. Dennis gave Gary Richards and Flanagan's names to give to me. So Dennis, God bless his soul, was the culprit in getting me lined up with who to call out here. And I just found that out literally yesterday, right before the funeral service started. We were chatting, and I like Dennis a lot, and we were messaging yesterday afterwards. And hopefully when he comes back out this way, we'll have some time to break bread casually and have some dinner together and just kind of hang out. He's really a cool dude, and I know you know him. And so a sad day as it was, there was still just this one little light of glimmer of humor, so to speak, or I didn't know that in finding out that Dennis was really the catalyst for really helping me get Richard Pippen's name and Joe's name to get set out. Anyway, enough about me and all of that stuff. And of course, you early on, you gave me Stephen Doreen's name before I even left Vegas to reach out to as well. So I share that because that's exactly in line with what you're talking about. I knew moving out here to an area that was really new, but I knew leaving Vegas that I had to connect with Kiwanis. It was going to give me that one thing that was familiar to my wife and I that we'd known for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And so it is super cool that if you are a fellow Kiwanian and you're going somewhere, you just have to look up for that K, and you do have family, whether you know them or not, you have family there. Okay. With that,
it's also another boost for why you go to international conventions and why you go to inter clubs and all those kind of things, because you never know when that relationship is going to extend out.
For sure.
And our guests today are those people.
Yep.
I have to tell you, it's like Jim and Erica from Little Iguana. I met them at an international convention. I fell in love. I'm not sure if it was in love with Jim or the Little Iguana itself. I don't know.
But if you ask Jim, he'll probably tell you the iguana itself.
Yeah, probably, because he sent me presents. And so that put Jim really high on the list. Yep. But their program is so important in what we do. And we've had a theme all year long, and that theme is kindness. And 2024 has been basically the year of kindness, and talking about kindness and talking about mental health and how to be kind to yourself and how to be kind to others. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure as we end our year that we go back and we loop back to Little Iguana and Jim and talk about what they're doing. So.
Well, it's a great segue, and I'm going to do this because I always have fun trying to say his last name, because why not? So joining us now, as soon as John pushes the buttons, he is the founder of Little Iguana, that's been around for many, many years and has reached out to many, many children in the past. Jim Tomaszewski, which is it?
Tomaszewski.
All right, so I was right. You know what? I'm just going to say James Smith from now on.
Jimmy T.
And then also the new program administrator, as you mentioned, Erica Trainer, joins us. And I was so correctly corrected at the beginning of the show where I wasn't sure if Erica had been on before, but she said I was on vacay the last time she was on. So what do I know about that?
I don't know. You live at the beach, so I don't know where you're going for vacation, but yeah, you weren't on the show.
Well, listen, you never see me and Batman in the same room, so I can never tell you where I go.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So welcome to the show, y'all. We appreciate you taking time. I'm excited to hear what's new. Right, Val? There's a lot going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Jim, catch us up. Let us know what's going on. And Erica, it's great to see your face. You look more beautiful now than the last time you were here. So I remember you.
Hey, what about me?
You always look fabulous.
You look
I'm
the
gonna
same.
let
You look the same.
Jim take care of the update, but I think first we should let people who aren't familiar with the Little Iguanas Children's Safety Foundation, let them know like a little bit about what we do and our programs and our mission. So the Little Iguanas Children's Safety Foundation, Aaron had mentioned we've been around for many years. We've actually celebrated our 30th anniversary this past August. So our foundation was founded over 30 years ago with the mission to educate and empower kids to be safe, happy, healthy, and kind. And we do that all through music-based programs and interactive resources. So we have programs and resources to help educate and protect children and teach them over 20 safety and well-being lessons. So whether it's learning buckle up your seatbelt, be kind to others, understanding personal boundaries, like who is a stranger? What is my harm alarm? What do I have to do before I go someplace? I have to get permission. So we have over 20 safety and well-being lessons that we teach. And we've reached millions of children and families with our engaging music-driven programs and this interactive approach that we have. So we have in-person programming that can be delivered in preschools and elementary schools. It can also be delivered at community events. So if we have any Kiwanis members or organization leaders that are looking to have this program brought to their community, we can do that. We can also host virtual programs for schools and for community events. We also have physical resources and digital resources and programs that we have offered for educators, for parents, for community leaders to use to spread the mission of kindness, to spread the lessons of look left, right, left again before you cross the street, buckle up your seatbelt, get permission from those in charge before you leave. And Val, you had mentioned mental health. That is a huge component of what we do. Social emotional learning is so big, and we want to make sure that children are able to manage those big feelings and manage those emotions that they have and learn how to share those appropriately and share those with the ones that they need to share them with. So in-person programming, virtual programs, physical resources, we have all of that available.
Erica, I wanted to make sure that for a lot of people, they don't realize that Little Iguana has been in their house. And it's like I have two grandkids. And when I brought the Little Iguana, Evan got so excited. That's my oldest he's 3. And he got so excited and he knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And
so we have a television series that aired nationally. We have videos on YouTube, animated music videos that teach safety and well-being. Those are on YouTube. So, I mean, you've probably seen the Iguana, and you might not know exactly what we teach or remember exactly, where you found it originally, but you're going to remember those lessons, and you're going to remember that music. We have testimonials from children that were 16 years old and had seen our program 8 years before in their elementary school, and they were able to run, yell, and tell because they remembered that music when they were approached by someone who was a predator. And unexpectedly, their harm alarm kicked in, and they had that run, yell, and tell song like ringing through their brain, and they're like, I need to get away and I need to tell someone. So we have countless testimonials over 30 years of children who were impacted at a young age, as young as age 3, and then all the way into adulthood to still remember our songs and actually sing them with the next generation, with their kids.
Before we go to break, I want to kind of go back because Jim has been with us a couple of times. Apparently, Erica, you've been with us before. But I know we have new listeners because every week we're blessed with the fact that our viewership continues to grow. So, Jim, as we go into break, can you just kind of give us a history lesson on how this all got started 30 years ago in 1994, what the process was, and really just share the story as to how this all got started?
Sure, real quick. As a child, I didn't have the best life growing up. Decided when I had my children that I would create a program that would help them not go through the things I went through in my life, not knowing that it was going to be turned into a television series from Boston University or a live musical that goes in and saves the lives of children. I've been blessed. My kids, as they were growing up, were part of the show, so I got to spend all the time growing up with them. I mean, I know that sometimes I drove them crazy, but you're their dad, and that's what you do. We created, with the help of, as my children grew, with the help of them, they created, after college and everything, they helped to create things such as books that when you scan the QR code, they read to everybody, so people understand the words, how they're used, and the programs that save the lives of kids. And it's just been such a rewarding. I turned 62 on Thanksgiving. I've been doing this for 30 years, and I'll tell you, some days, you wonder, you wonder why, but you understand why. So, and I urge, as a fellow Kiwanian, here in Nashua, I've done this program in different regions. I've done this program with, people all over the country, even in, different parts of the world. So I urge everybody just to look at it, and, it's driven through music, because like I tell everybody, what did you guys remember from first grade, second grade, third grade, or fourth grade? I don't remember much at all, but I can sing every song that was on the radio during that time when I was in school. So why not teach that way? Right. And that's how we do it.
Absolutely. All right. With that, we're going to step aside for our first break of the show. We do have a couple of videos prepared that was provided to us. And I think what I'd like to do, John, let's take the 1.5 minute one and let's mix that in to end after our regular spots. We'll come back with that video as well. You're watching Kiwanis Connects. Little Iguana's with us, Jim, Eric, and of course, the star of the show, Doc Val. As always, she is the one that we all just love to center around. Hey, don't go anywhere. More to come, because I said so. And Erica will be right back.
Are you feeling overwhelmed or stressed? Remember to take a moment for your mental health. At the Mental Health Moment, we believe in the power of self-care and community support. Our mission is to encourage and empower individuals across generations to prioritize their mental well-being. Our program, called CARE, takes you through community, awareness, resources, and education so we can support you every step of the way. Join us at the Mental Health Moment. Visit our website or follow us on social media, because your mental health matters. Remember, take a moment for your mental health.
Little Iguana's Children's Safety Foundation provides children with the knowledge and information they need to feel safe and secure in the world.
Iguana is the best way for kids to learn about safety.
I have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old who could really use this information, and coming from someone so exciting as Little Iguana.
The Little Iguana's programs empower children by delivering the tools they need to make the right decisions throughout their lives.
I think the things that they are teaching us is very important, because people don't really know safety rules.
Programs I've seen, they talk about stranger and then they walk away. You got to explain to the kids, a stranger could be anybody, and that's what this program does.
I liked that we were learning about safety. I love safety.
The safety of strangers, which is definitely very important, but other things like bike safety, internet safety.
So it was able to be presented in a way that got them excited and actually listening and not scared about situations like that.
But it's also the lessons that seem to be missing in our society about kindness and caring for one another and doing the right thing.
They're participating. The kids were highly motivated. The staff was wonderful. The kids loved the songs.
It's a really fun and interactive way for your kids to learn all the lessons you've been trying to teach them.
I love Little Iguana.
Remember, a safe and happy childhood lasts a lifetime.
All right, welcome back to Kiwanis. I just love that old style looking microphone. That thing looked like Bob Barker back in the day. That's what I was like. I want one of them, man. Thank you for watching Kiwanis Connects. Little Iguana, listen, folks, certainly has made a huge impact in the lives of many over the last 30 years. And I know, Jim, I asked this last time, and I'm going to ask it again before we get back to the programs, and I'll turn it back to Val. If you were to estimate the amount of children that you've presented to or saved because of this, could you even quantify the amount of lives touched by the Little Iguana program over 30 years?
Very difficult, because television, the reach, online, the reach, physically face to face, we did over 3 million kids that we've actually performed for, whether it's a community event or an elementary school or, some sort of program, a Kiwanis event, we've performed for over 3 million people and counting.
Wow.
Did you guys see the video clip with the end? It was an Senate United States congressperson, but the guy to the right of him was Kevin Dobson from Knots Landing and Kojak, and he was the actor there. I didn't know if you guys ever noticed that. But,
I saw, but I noticed.
Jim gets very excited about this, and us younger generation has no idea. So
I just have no idea who I talk about.
He likes, but I do. But what stood out to me was he didn't say anything.
Yeah, well, he's an actor.
And the congressman spoke.
You have to pay him if they say something. Come on.
Go ahead, Val.
It's just like, I think about, my brain's always going fundraising every single opportunity. And when you talk about 3 million people have been performed in front of, that means that there's several other million people if one person tells another person. And so what a great fundraising opportunity. Have you ever thought about reaching out and saying, if you ever experienced or ever came to one of our shows, can you help give back so that we can grow this program? Because I see what you do as absolutely essential. And it's not just essential in North America, it's essential around the world. The premises are universal.
Absolutely. That would be a great idea for our 2025 fundraising campaign.
Yeah,
I'm thinking so. Absolutely. Jim, you just started to giggle.
Yeah, well, it's funny because one of the great things that Erica created was that affiliate program for other Kiwanis groups and Kiwanis even International or whomever districts. They can use it as a fundraiser for themselves as well, but at the same time, save lives of kids by educating them. You teach them at a young age and then they don't fall prey to these things or get hurt because someone's already told them, what to do. It's not common sense. When you see somebody get hurt or run over by a car or, somebody's taken, you hear, well, that's common sense. Well, really, it's not. So that's why we're there. We're teaching them, but we do it again through music. So they remember it, absorb it. They'll never forget it.
You just dripped something in there and you just kind of glossed right on over it. And what is this affiliate program? Erica, Erica, spill the beans on that one.
Why don't I take over for that? So we offer an affiliate program for individuals or organizations, and it's just an opportunity for you to spread Little Iguana's mission and products and services in your community, but it's also a way to fundraise for either yourself or your organization. So it's free to sign up. You can sign up at littleiguanausa.org/affiliate. And it has all the information right there. And it's a quick form that you fill out. And basically, any sale that you make or any product that you purchase for Little Iguana to either distribute in your community or resell in your community, you get 20% back for physical products, and you actually get 40% back for any digital resources or digital memberships that you either gift to an organization or gift to a school. So I know a lot of Kiwanis organizations love to have handouts at their community events and at their programs. So coloring sheets, information for kids, worksheets, printables. With our Safety Up digital membership, you have access to hundreds of ready-to-use printable activities and worksheets and lesson guides that you can download and print instantly. So that would be a great opportunity for Kiwanis members if they're looking to have resources at their table or at their table events or community events. They could become a Safety Up member and they can download these worksheets to distribute in their community. Also for Kiwanis members through the beginning of January 1st, you get 50% off the Safety Up membership, whether you're going to gift it to an organization or an elementary school or a preschool, or if you're going to use it for yourself, or for a family member, you can gift it to them, or you could use it for your organization. So the code is Kiwanis50. If you're interested, or anyone that's listening, they want more information, they can always email us, or they can message us on social media. But we have our Safety Up membership, which is available for 50% off.
I just want to mention that not only on the website is that information and literally a plethora of information, but more importantly, when you hit the page, and again, I want to just make sure everybody realizes that it's Lil, L-I-L, not little iguana. It's liliguana.org. Of course, right across the top where all the tabs are, there's that white elongated oval button that says donate. And so I have a challenge, which I'm prone to do here on these live shows, Val. We have about 34 minutes approximately. And while Erica was sharing her initial information there, I went to the donate button. And in honor of the 30 years that the organization has been in existence, I just made a $30 donation.
All right.
Thanks, Aaron.
Everybody, make a $30 donation. Make a $5 donation. Do it now for the next 30 minutes. Let's see what we can do to get a little something in there to continue to help these guys. They've been around for 30 years. It's not like they don't know what they're doing. And it is certainly a project that whether you're an individual, a Kiwanis Club, or any organization that's out there. And across the bottom of the screen right now is the actual PayPal Direct Donate link for the donation. So like I said, I just jumped in with $30 to honor 30 years of making a difference in children's life and really everybody's life. Yeah, the goal is for the kids to remember these tools and help them. But let's face reality. These tools are also the benefit of the adults of these kids, so that as parents, we can sleep a little more comfortably that our children have these tools and will remember the song or whatever it is that they're going to do to keep themselves safe. So it's really good for the entire household. So go ahead and do that, folks. 30 minutes. Let's see what we can do. I don't care if it's $5, $10, whatever it is, it'll all add up. I jumped ahead for $30. So match me if you dare. Go ahead, Val.
I'm just like waving like I'm in class or something, And so it is that easy. I just went on and I matched your donation, Aaron. Don't tell Andy. So it's that easy. And I know that normally we get a lot of folks that come on and watch for bad dad jokes. So we need to remind them towards the end to go in and do a donation. And you don't have to do all of the, big, huge amounts. Every dollar helps make the projects work. And I know that you all, after our commercial, probably because we're going to have to go to another commercial break, you all have a couple of really exciting projects coming up. And James and I got a chance to talk. And so a little bit yesterday. And so for those of us on the podcast and that are listening, I wanted to say, Erica, most people don't know how to spell affiliate. And so
why don't we put that in the comments? Do you guys have? I can write it in the comments. I'll
put it in the comments. John will. Isn't it APHIL?
Don't start that because it's gonna go.
I think there's a Z in there somewhere, isn't there?
Absolutely, it's silent.
I want to buy Val, Pat. I think I just hung bankrupt.
Yeah, and I think that's sometimes people really want to give and they want to support, but they don't know the correct spelling. And they people say, go to the web. And it's like, if I don't know what I'm looking for on the web, and this transcends everything. It transcends trainings that we do where people will say, blah, 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 blah. And you're like,
yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to go back to watching Hallmark.
Well, I tell you what, I just went to the website and I copied the URL for the affiliate page, and John will copy it and we can make a crawl in that because it does appropriately spell affiliate there in the link. So hopefully we can share that as well. So I shared the direct link. Isn't technology a brand?
It's amazing. You're talking about technology, Aaron. 18 months ago, we have an opportunity. PBS had come to us and said, hey, we'll air your new shows if you can put down 2-minute animated shorts. And it would just be Little Iguana and Friends. And it would be giving the message. So every time a show would end on PBS, a filler would pop up of 2 minutes of Little Iguana delivering a safety message to it. 18 months ago, it would have cost, millions of dollars to do this. But now with AI, it only costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to do it, and that's one of the things we're looking to do now, is to try to partner with some people to actually do that and get it up so that children every day can see our messages of who's a stranger, take a buddy with you, run, 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 yell and tell. It just helps parents, help the children grow in a, like Erica was saying, a safe, healthy, happy, and kind environment. And, it's not going to change by itself, right? Let's be real. You look up the definition of insanity, and it's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. Well, we're not that. We're page 15 down the road. We don't do things the same way over and over. We do things totally different, and that's how children learn. They learn by, not handing a book and saying test on Friday. They learn by being involved with it, absorbing it, laughing, hearing the song, singing, clapping. Because usually in a learning environment, someone's speaking at them and they're looking in the corner, oh, look at that spider, or, hey, what did I have for lunch today, or any of that. So we do it so that they're engaged. In our shows, in our musicals that we do, what we do is we'll bring up a person up on stage from the crowd to be the mentor of that school. And we do it every lesson. So might be 10 lessons during the show. At the end of every song, kids' hands are up in the air because they want to be up on stage next. They want to be part of it. They're clapping along. They're laughing. They're not, wondering what's going on, because we hold their attention for that time frame. So it just shows how wonderful the programs we've created can be used and how easy. That's another thing. I know a lot of members of the Kiwanis I talk to, they say it's so difficult. Oh, that's, they're scared to try something. This is made for me. Okay. They designed it for me. If anybody can use it, trust me. Okay. I'm not the brightest bulb on the street. So they created it so that I can use it. So I know all the other Kiwanians can use it very easily. All they have to do is check it out. If they have issues, they could call us, or if they have questions, they could speak with us to find out how they can use it in their community.
And one of the things that's really cool about, especially in my district, we have a focus on pediatric trauma prevention. And so we have tens of thousands of dollars in grants that can be used to prevent pediatric trauma, because 90% of pediatric trauma is preventable.
Yes.
And so if a club wants to adopt this and host it for several schools, then they can get a matching grant from the CNH Children's Fund. There are also some grants with the Possibility Project at Kiwanis International through the Kiwanis International Children's Funds. I know that even in the Capital District, way across country from me, where Aaron is sitting and waving, they have health and nutrition grants that are specifically geared towards kids. So it's a perfect matchup for everything that we do in Kiwanis. And so I'm very excited about how we can help partner with you to make that work on the Kiwanis International level. And I know Kathy Tuddy's out there watching. I know that my friend Kathy Szymanski is watching, and Gary Graham. These are all past international trustees that help me carry the message, because Little Iguana is providing something that is institutionalized and it's universal. There are very few programs that are universal like this. So
I'm making sure they hear the message because I'm tagging them in this feed right now to make sure they get it. So including my governor, Josh, here in the Capital District as well. So I'm tagging.
And Dave Frost and Doug Frost. Also make sure you tag Doug Frost.
Doug Frost. All right. You got it. I'm going to.
And Barb Larson, I hope he's listening.
One wonderful thing that people don't understand that I try to, really show them. As Kiwanians, we all know that the decline of membership, okay? So why not, we deal with children 2 to 8, 10, so when they see you at a young age of being a Kiwanian or a helper or, going into their schools, when they really need it the most, okay? Because in society, your foundation in life is set by age 5, 6, 7 years old, okay? So you going into their school as a Kiwani, and when they get older, you can ask them to become members, whether it's the clubs for the children, the high school, elementary school. This is an easy door opener for trying to do that, because now they're intrigued, okay, with something that's wonderful. And then you can bring in the Kiwanis, this is what we do, this is how we do it. So I just want people to understand that there is a huge potential, because also we deal with young families. And why wouldn't we want young families to be members? Hey, we're going to do this. You're going to have 2 to 8. So you're going to have people at least 6 years in your thing that they're going to be part of your membership. And if they decide to stay because their kids grow out of it, well, so now you have lifers, like some of you guys that have been, Kiwanians for, 30, 40 years, for goodness sakes.
Makes total sense. I love it. I just wish more people would get the message that it's okay to think outside the box and do something a little different, if you ask me. But hey, what do I know about hockey? All right. I believe we have one more video, and then I think when we come back, I think we'll use that video, Val. We'll go into our last commercial break, so we have more time on the back end. We'll talk about the KIND program that I know is something that we want to get out there. And then, of course, we'll wrap up as the time goes by with that. So with that, hey, everybody, you're still watching Kiwanis Connects. At least I hope you are. If you're not, why aren't you? Because Little Iguana said so. We'll be right back.
Some estimates say that someone in the United States has a stroke every 40 seconds. Rocky, please share with us your experience.
Aaron, as we all think we are invincible, after playing baseball for 12 years and never missing a game, I had a stroke while I was umpiring. It put a new perspective on life for me. No more golf, bowling, dancing, or most importantly, playing catch with my grandchildren. Please listen to your own body warnings. Pay attention and watch for your family and your friends. Watch for those warning signs. You are not invincible.
Derek, what are some of the symptoms and signs we should be aware of?
The simple rules to remember: the be fast rule. Balance, beware of loss of balance. Eyes, check for vision loss. Face, check if one arm is weak or numb. Speech, listen for slurred speech. Time, call 911 immediately if there's treatment available if it's within 3 hours.
John, what are some of the resources that folks have available for them?
There are several stroke support groups available to stroke survivors and their caregivers. Many of the stroke support groups you can attend can be accessed on your computer via Zoom. The stroke groups we support are located at the bottom of the screen.
This message was proudly brought to you by the following: the Kiwanis Club of Laguna Elk Grove, the Kiwanis Club of Oakland, and the Kiwanis Club of Palo Alto.
I defy anybody right here, right now, watching this. If your foot wasn't tapping under your desk, or you weren't chair dancing, or doing something with that song, when was that song done, guys?
That was done. Sorry. Go ahead, Erica.
I was going to say that was done earlier this year to kick off our kindness movement. It's easy to be kind.
If that song has not been distributed to even local radio stations to play, I would think that's a missed opportunity, because as you guys may or may not be aware, the FCC regulations require PSA type announcements to be played at the top of every hour by terrestrial radio stations. So to me, if you send them this video with background stuff or request to do an interview or whatever, there's no reason on my mind why they shouldn't be playing this as a song in their circulation at some point, even as part of the PSAs that they are required to do by the FCC. So I defy anybody out there, raise your hand if you were not tap dancing. Well, not that I would see you, but I mean, gosh almighty, what a great song. I mean, seriously, somebody should look into that if you haven't already done so, to try to get that in their hands, if nothing else, as a beta test into some of the local radio stations out there, for them to start playing it and get the message through music that way.
Absolutely. And we are trying to reach our audience wherever they are. So whether they're on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Music or whatever streaming service they use, all of our educational music, all of our educational songs are all available for streaming on any platform that you have, including that song.
I would dare say, John, and I know he's eavesdropping as he tends to do in these shows back there in Vegas. When there is not a show on, he's generally playing music on the stream. So I'm sure there's got to be a way that John can get the audio for that song and get it into circulation to play on WWDBTV's, music tracks when a live show or any show is not on the air. I mean, heck, if I was running radio, oh, you already got it. All right, well, there you go. See, John just let me know he's got the song. So, that's great. That's absolutely great. Love it. So anyway, I'll go back to my little corner. Go ahead, Val.
I'm sorry. I can't help but laugh. It's like John is so up on this stuff. And one of the things that will be fun is that this show will also be recorded on Roku. And so when people go in, they'll be able to see this. And we should tag the show with the Little Iguana song so that people know that they can actually pick up the song through Roku, through the show. And I think that'll be absolutely fabulous. And so it just makes me smile when I look at you both. And so this time goes by so fast. And so I want to make sure that we don't forget the main reason why you're here, because you have a new kindness project. And
absolutely.
So yeah, we've been talking about so many fun things, but why don't you share with us about the new kindness project?
Sure. I think this time of the year is the time of year where we're going to be reflecting. We're going to be thinking about resolutions, or what we like to call and explain to kiddos, goals for next year, because goals are going to be like achieving small, consistent steps throughout the year. You're going to have a plan in place. So we like to think of our goals this year of building a stronger, safer, kinder community. And we hope that you will also take on that goal with us at the Little Iguanas Foundation. So this year we're kicking off our kindness movement, and we're empowering everyone to check out it'seasytobekind.org. I put it in the comments here, liliguanausa.org/kindness. That's where you're going to be able to jumpstart this goal for 2025. You can download the free kindness workbook that's going to talk to you about what is kindness, how can you show kindness to yourself, to members of your community, to your family and friends. And then it has some fun Lil Iguana printables and activities to reinforce the lessons of kindness. You can also stream that song, It's Easy to Be Kind, and you can find that right on that website. You can find all of the links to stream that song. And then we really want to empower you to spread kindness in your community. So how can you do that? One actionable step. Well, we talked about downloading that kindness workbook. Another actionable step that you can take is hosting a kindness party in your home, in your school, in your community, for your friends and family. And Lil Iguana offers a kindness party planning kit. So it's all ready to go, downloadable for $9. You can get an invitation. You can get all of the activities that you'll need to make kindness happen in your community. So printables, banners, thank you notes, everything that you need to have a successful kindness party. We even give you some suggestions on snacks that you can have for your kindness party. So you can get that right on the website. And then I want to talk about like how we're going to be reinforcing kindness throughout the year. We're going to be checking in with each other and making sure that we're achieving those small actionable steps that we set at the beginning of the year. Some ways that we do it here at Lil Iguana is we have It's Easy to Be Kind wristbands that we wear in the office and around while we're out. And it's a fun, wearable way to remember that it's easy to be kind. It's easy to show empathy for others. It's easy to treat others the way that you want to be treated. And just a shameless plug, we have these wristbands available. A great stocking stuffer for everyone that's on your list. We have youth and adult sizes available. They're $3. They're going to ship the same day that you order them. So if you're watching this and you're on the website, liliguanausa.org/kindness, you can grab your It's Easy to Be Kind wristband and you can share a perfect stocking stuffer with everyone on your list this year. But it's important to spread kindness year round. So we want to make sure that we're keeping in touch with you and we're sharing ways that you have showed kindness. And one of the ways that we're hoping that you can keep in touch with us is you just saw that video of elementary school performing that song, It's Easy to Be Kind. So we're calling on every member that downloads that free kindness workbook, that visit the website, that hears the song, that you're going to send us pictures, or you're going to send us videos, or you're going to send us your social media links that show that you're spreading kindness and how you're spreading kindness in your community. And you can submit those videos and those photos right on the website link that we had given you. And we also are encouraging communities, organizations, schools, your family, just your friends together, yourself, to sing the song and send us videos. And we're going to create an official music video for the song It's Easy to Be Kind, featuring everyone who's sharing kindness in their community.
Yeah, that's a big thing. That's really cool. Good because we have a few versions and we've had some really big professional people sing versions of our song as well. But we really are looking for, I was approached just the other day by an autistic group of singers, and they would like to do it. They thought that we wouldn't want them. We said, absolutely, we wanted them. So you're going to see a lot of different ways, different people. And we urge every club to try and find someone, whether it's a choir, church group, themselves singing the version of a song so that we could share it with the world. Why we made this, Val and Aaron, is to the reason that in our society today, people hate each other that they haven't even met. How is that even possible, guys? How is that, as us Kiwanians, how is that even fathomable? How did this get to this point? So what we want is treat others the way you want to be treated. So before you say something about me or do something to me, just ask yourself, would I want this done or said? If the answer is no, then you know what? Don't do it. Period. Don't try to justify why you did it after you did it. No more. We need to just start loving each other, you know?
I just want to share that also to find the music video. I made things a little bit easier for just the video. I put it up on my Facebook page so that this way people can find it there as well. And then from there, they can go to the website. But certainly go to Little Iguana's site to find it, because there you can get all the information, everything that you need with every program that we've talked about. I love the fact that you talk about the kindness stuff, because for many years, my closing line on the show talks about being kind to everybody. And I actually had a shirt made of that on my shop tab, and I'm trying to get a picture up of it, but I may not do it in time. But kindness is so simple. And we talk about it all the time, right, Val? A little smile to somebody, a little hello, how are you? You never know what it does for somebody else. All right, we have about 10 minutes left. So Val, I want to throw it back to you if you want to transition to your moments, whatever else we need to do to wrap up. So,
okay. Well, first up,
in the chat room. So
cool. I hope he's there. I just want to thank both of you, because this has been a really big deal for me, and being a grandparent just brings the whole world and how the world impacts littles much closer to the heart. I've been working with kiddos for decades, but when you have your own, all of a sudden it takes on a whole nother light. And I know Aaron knows this really, really well, because I was never a biological mother. And so by the time I got into my bonus boy's life, he was already 14. So I didn't have that experience of being able to set the fundamental blocks. But knowing that I am able to do that through programs like yours makes my heart explode. And one of my my big wow moment that we're going to talk about after we do the big wow graphic. I just love that. It's just got to happen. My big wow moment is also about kindness. And so my big wow moment is a shout out to Jim Arnold, Russell Williamson, and Jim Clementine in South Carolina. They're part, and I have to read this because I will screw it up big time, they're part of the Hartisville Kiwanis Club in North Carolina. They have been gifting kindness boxes. And so if you've seen the little libraries, what they're doing is they're taking the same concept of the little library, but putting things in there that people might need, not just non-perishable foods, but they're also putting in little toys, and they're putting in books, and they're putting in scarves and hats and all those kind of things. And so if there's someone that is an overachiever in the crochet world, and they've made 5,000 scarves, they'll put 5 or 6 in there. And so someone can go in and just get a scarf. It's kind of like a hug. And so that shout out goes to the Hartisville Kiwanis Club. And that's my wow moment. And so I just wanted to share that with you. And so do you guys have that in your community? Do you have those kind of boxes, or do you?
Yeah, we actually host one right in front of our office. We have a little library and a little community donation area.
I love it. I love it.
Because it's not our direct mission, but of course we always are trying to find ways to interact with the community and spread kindness.
Well, and if you call it a kindness box, right? Just it's all in the marketing of it. So absolutely. And Aaron, I sent you a post, and I've shared it with people. I do this thing called Mental Health Moment. Every day I will talk about something new to help with individuals' mental health, because during this season of Christmas and Hanukkah, it's not just all joyous and merry. It's also very stressful. It's also really depressing. And so there are things that we can do so that we don't spiral, because oftentimes we're going, what's wrong with me? I should be happy. I've got the tree up, or I've got my menorah, I'm doing the light. And so today's mental health moment really fit in with all of what you're doing. My mental health moment was get your dance on. And so when you are dancing, you can't help but smile. When you're dancing and you're singing to a song, you can't help but get the great endorphins going in your body. And so I think having the Little Iguana kindness song going through my head while I'm doing laundry is going to be absolutely fun. And it's going to make the laundry go much faster. You know, normally I listen to New Kids on the Block or Taylor Swift, but I'm going to be doing the Little Iguana dance. So, yeah.
I want to see Andy do the laundry to that song.
I would like that too.
That I would like to see videotaped.
Can I share something though with you, with my fellow Kiwanians, real quick?
Yeah.
2 seconds. This is for years, as you can see behind me, the different characters and everything that we've created. A lot of flat 2D. This is our newest look for Little Iguana that will be on PBS. You guys have seen it, and this is, you know, you're one of like 10 that have seen it in the world. So, yeah,
we just get it. We just got a scoop here on Kiwanis Connects.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we're getting excited.
Can you share that again? One more time.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we ought to voice Little Iguana doing bad dad jokes.
There you go. Hey, AI, it's amazing.
Keep their reputation.
It's simply amazing what is done. Oh, let me find it. Here we go.
John, you got bad dad jokes queued up there, John, I hope? As soon as there he is. Look at that.
Oh, there he is. Oh, my goodness. Look at the tennis shoes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's fabulous. Thank you for sharing. And those
You're
if
welcome.
you're listening, just need to let you know it is the cutest iguana, and he's got blue tennis shoes on, and he is dancing. And so you'll want to, when you stop driving, you'll want to actually log in and watch this show on Roku and do that. So off to bad dad jokes.
All right, Mr. Larson, as you go, be careful removing that snow. All right, John, let's hit it. Some bad dad. All right, here you go, folks. I'm going to fire back and forth between some Christmas and Hanukkah. By the way, before I start, does everybody know what the word gelt means in Hebrew land? Gelt is the Hebrew word for money. So when you hear me use the word gelt in a minute, you'll understand what it means. All right, here you go. Joke number 1. Why don't you ever see Santa Claus in the hospital?
Why?
Because he has private elf care. How do you know when Santa's around? Because you can always sense his presence. Presence.
We got it.
Oh, wow. All right, here you go. How much Hanukkah gelt did the skunk get? How much Hanukkah gelt did the skunk get? 1 cent, of course. Come on, people. They're not going to get much better, so you better pick one. What's the best Hanukkah gift for the person who has everything? A burglar alarm. All right. All right, Jim liked that one. All right, see Val's losing it. Man, I'm having a tough job with Eric on this one. All right. What did the Christmas tree do after its bank closed? What did the Christmas tree do after its bank closed? Well, of course, it started its own branch. Tree, okay. Oh, Val, a little hesitant on that one. That's not good. What do you call a child who doesn't believe in Santa Claus? A Jew? No, only kidding. That's not the real answer. I did. Come on, Val. It was there. Come on now. That's not the answer to the joke, but actually, I should just move on. What do you call a child who doesn't believe in Santa? Rebel without a clause. Okay.
I like that. Okay.
You like that one? All right. Which version? Anyway.
The rebel without a clause.
What's the difference between Hanukkah and a dragon?
You light your own fire?
Not bad, but no.
Okay.
What's the difference between a Hanukkah and a dragon? One lasts for 8 nights. The other, sometimes 8 nights. Jewish guy's mother, you got to appreciate Jewish families for this joke. A Jewish guy's mother gives him 2 sweaters for Hanukkah. The next time he visits her, he makes sure to wear one. As he walks into the house, his mother frowns and asks, "What, you didn't like the other one?" Okay.
I heard that one coming.
I think it was the Jewish accent that made the difference in that one. What did you expect at the end of Christmas Day?
Christmas night.
Not a bad answer, but no. What did you expect at the end of Christmas Day? The letter Y.
Oh, please.
I get it now.
Last 2, mercifully, and then we'll get out of town. What is a Christmas tree's favorite candy? I crack myself up with these. What is a Christmas tree's favorite candy, you ask? Come on now. Ornaments.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Last
Hit us with the last one, Aaron.
Yes, it is the last one. Wow. Erica, who invited you back here? Here you go. What goes O-O-O? Santa walking backwards. Okay, with that, that will end this week's jokes.
Okay, I got it.
I could have said what goes oi, 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 but I think that would have been obvious. All right, next week they'll get better, folks. All right. Jim and Eric, always a pleasure to see you guys. I'm so excited and thrilled that you guys have so much going on and the momentum continues to grow for you guys. I'm elated for it. I hope, besides Val and I hope some other people snuck in with some donations as well. So happy holidays to you guys, for sure.
To you.
Miss Val, final thoughts.
I just want to say that while we're in this amazing season, make sure that you take care of yourselves and take care of your family. And most importantly, try to figure out how to carry out the good feelings all the way through the new year in 2025. Thank you guys both for bringing more kindness into our show.
Thank you
All
for
right,
having
there
us.
you have it. We appreciate it. Quick reminder, tomorrow, Aaron's Hour, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Jason will be on with me. Rustic Rebuilt Design, a veteran-owned business here in Virginia Beach that takes wood and makes signs. And I have one, and I'll show it tomorrow. Plus, we have some other things we'll do. And I'm proud to say he'll be a new sponsor of Aaron's Hour come January 4th. So we're putting his commercial ahead of time. With that, be kind to everybody. Why? Because we are all we have. With that, Kiwanis Connects is adjourned.